Special thanks to Patreon supporter Derek Frost Westbrook for making this video possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared204 here, bringing you another Minecraft Modern Warfare bathtub build tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be going ahead and building HMS Ark Royal. Ark Royal was a light aircraft carrier and former flagship of the Royal Navy. She was the third and final vessel of the Invincible-Class, and she was built by Swan Hunter on the River Tyne and launched by them in 1981. Ark Royal was christened by Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. She followed sister ships HMS Invincible and HMS Illustrious into service in 1985. Affectionately known as the Mighty Ark, she is the fifth Royal Navy ship to have borne the name of 1587 flagship that defeated the Spanish Armada in 1588. Originally intended to be named Indomitable to match the rest of the class, she was changed due to the public reaction to the loss of the Ark Royal name after scrapping of the previous Ark Royal in 1980, after 30 years service. Slightly larger than her sister ships and with a steeper ski jump ramp, Ark Royal carried the ST-OVL short takeoff and vertical landing Harrier jump jet aircraft, as well as various helicopters. With a crew complement of over 1,000 sailors and aviators, she saw active service in the 1990s Bosnian War and the 2003 invasion of Iraq. Originally due to be retired in 2016, Ark Royal was instead decommissioned on March 11, 2011 as part of the Navy restructuring position of the 2010 Strategic Defense and Security Review. After Ark Royal's decommissioning, HMS Albion replaced her as the Royal Navy flagship. Ark Royal was sold for scrap to the Turkish company Leal Ship Recycling and left Portsmouth in May of 2013. So yeah, the Ark Royal here, a very historic ship, I would say in the line of British basically fleet power and naval capacity. This ship here was basically replaced by the Queen Elizabeth, which is the new flagship and the new kind of pinnacle carrier, which is a whole lot bigger than this previous design. And you can see the Queen Elizabeth there. Granted, a very old design, kind of shows just how big of a difference there is between the two in terms of size. So it was definitely due to be retired, as it was very less capable than the upcoming Queen Elizabeth, but still a really cool ship, and I kind of really like these Cold War-esque / modern, early modern type of ships that are kind of these smaller carriers, and now we're kind of going toward more bigger carriers and stuff like that. Obviously, except the American carriers, which were always bigger. But yeah, really cool ship, and should be a fun one to add to our BAFTA build fleet. This is our first ever British modern ship, as well as our first ever British aircraft carrier. So really cool to finally get a British ship out there, since we have quite a collection of World War II and World War I ships. So it's definitely nice to visit the modern section and build them a nice flagship, the HMS Ark Royal. Before we go and jump in and take a look at the build, though, I do want to go ahead and give a special thanks to Patreon supporter Derek Frost Westbrook for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel more than you already do, feel free to check out my Patreon page. Link is always in my video description, where you can go and pledge a small amount to the channel every month, and in doing so, earn a vehicle request to your choosing. It really helps support the work I do on my channel. It is really greatly appreciated, so definitely feel free to check that out. Again, link is always in my video descriptions. With that, though, let's go and dive in here to take a look at the HMS Ark Royal. So, getting started with, we have basically the hull of it. Not a whole lot going on here, as it is kind of a modern ship. We see less and less kind of odd bulges or just, different shapes and stuff like that coming off the ship, just due to it being more modern. So it's a lot more sleeker of a hull, so not a whole lot going on here. But we have a lot of good detail where we can. Lifeboats on the side here. The iconic ski ramp is located just right here. And we have the failing system here mounted on the front, as well as all the markings for the deck, which came up pretty good. For the conning tower itself, or just I would say the superstructure, you got obviously your funnels, your masts, the front tower, or control center, and whatever, bridge, and then we have the crane, obviously more life rafts and stuff like that along the side here, and obviously all your communication equipment and all that stuff mounted up on top. And then we have the stern of the ship here. Again, nothing real crazy about it. It's pretty straightforward and pretty simple. But if we just go ahead and kind of compare this in size to that of the Queen Elizabeth, there kind of is no comparison. Just in terms of deck space, the capabilities, and just the amount of stuff it can carry. It's pretty wild, and definitely Queen Elizabeth is a huge upgrade in terms of size compared to the Ark Royal here. Still a really cool ship, and definitely a ship that deserves to be remembered and honored as a bathtub build. Anyways, though, without further ado, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer, layer number 1. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our first layer here, we're going ahead and starting off with layer number 1 here. Now if you're completely new to my bathtub build tutorials, the way I like to structure these tutorials is for about the first few layers or so, we like to do half on, half off. What this means, I'm going to be building the entire centerline of the ship, and then I'll be building the right side. And it'll be up to you guys to take the right side and copy it over to the left side. It's pretty straightforward, and for the first like 3 layers, this ship's completely symmetrical, and shouldn't be anything too difficult to replicate over to both sides. Once we can start to get into more of the complex sections where you're going to have a lot of asymmetry, we will be doing both sides all together just to make the tutorial a little bit easier at that point. Anyways, though, without further ado, let's go and move into the tutorial. Now, to make sure that you build this correctly in the water, which I imagine a lot of you guys are going to want to be doing, we're going to have our layer 1 here, which is these brick top slabs that you can see already laid out in front of us. We can see that we have this basically a block underneath the water surface. So this right here is the water level, and it's going to sit right below that. So that's kind of where we want this to be positioned before proceeding further. So just make sure that's good to go, and you have it in the correct spot, and we can go ahead and get started here. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to place down a long row of brick top slabs. Now this row is going to go all the way down the center here, and this is going to be a total of 36 top slabs in length. So again, 36 top slabs all down the center. After that's done, we're going to go and then count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and our 6th brick top slab here. We're going to place down a acacia wood trapdoor to the side, a second one back, and then we want to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24 brick top slabs back, and then 2 acacia wood trapdoors after that. Our next row, we're going to go ahead and go up to the front here. We're going to go ahead and go back from this brick top slab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to place down a acacia wood trapdoor to the side, a second one back, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Brick top slabs back, and then 2 acacia wood trapdoors after that. So once we have that all complete, looking at it from above here, so we should have the top-down view with layer 1 all complete. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our next layer, which will be layer number 2. Moving into our next layer, we have layer 2. For layer 2 to start off with, we're going to place down a red concrete block on top of this brick top slab, and we're going to then go back from this red concrete block with a long row of red concrete that in total is going to be 36, and it should stick out 1 past this brick top slab on the very end there like so. Once we have that done, we're going to go and then place down 2 brick top slabs and then a acacia wood trapdoor in the center like so to go ahead and complete our center line of there of the ship. With that done, we're going to go and then go out to the sides toward the front, so this is our front up here obviously. We're going to go back to the 3rd red concrete block, place a red stained glass pane to the side, a brick wall, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 red concrete blocks. We're going to go then place down 2 brick upside down stairs, 1, 2, 3 2 brick top slabs, and then a brick upside down stair like so, and then a brick wall right behind that stair like that. And once we have that done, that'll form that right there. We're going to go ahead and then go back up to the front and go out to the sides here again. We're going to go and go to this 2nd red concrete block. We're going to place down red stained glass pane, a second pane back, then a row of 3 of brick walls, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 red concrete blocks, followed by 2 brick upside down stairs, a brick top slab, then a acacia wood fence gate. We're going to go and then place down 2 end rods, like so. If you are or if you're building this in the water, instead of the end rods, you can also use chains instead to have our propeller shaft here. So that's an alternative there if you are not able to place down end rods in the water. After that, though, we're to place down a acacia wood fence gate, open it toward the slab there like so, and then come off that fence gate, we're going to place down a birchwood slab, just like that. And after we have that done right there, that is going to conclude everything there is for layer number 2. Again, taking a look at it from up above here, this we should have for the top-down view. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving on to our next layer, layer number 3. Moving into our next layer here, we have layer number 3. For layer 3 to get started with here, we're going to place down a polished black stone block on top of this red concrete block here. We're going to go and then place down a 2nd, 3rd, and 4th block back, so you have a total of 4 on the front there. After that's all done there, we're going to go ahead and then go to the rear of the ship. We're going to place down a polished black stone full block on top of this acacia wood trapdoor, a polished black stone block to the side, and then a polished black stone upside down stair coming off that full block. Once we have that done, we're going to go ahead and then go back up to the front of our ship, and we're going to go ahead and start working our way out to the sides. We're going to start off by placing down 2 black stained glass panes coming off these middle 2 polished black stone full blocks, then a polished black stone wall, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 polished black stone full blocks, 2 walls coming off the side here, these blocks here, and then we're going to place down 2 black stained glass panes after those walls. We're going to go then take our polished black stone, we're going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, let's see, make this a little bit easier here, and we'll just go ahead and grab some full blocks. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26 polished blackstone full blocks back. We're going to go and then take our polished blackstone stairs, and we're going to build back 1, 2, 3, 4, and it should connect up to that 5th stair like that on the end. And once you have that done, that's basically it for this layer for the most part. We do have one difference here, and that's going to be on the left side. So at this point, I recommend building both sides of the ship. So you basically have your outline that looks like this. And once you're done with that, go ahead and basically unpause the video now, or pause the video and then unpause it obviously. And we will go ahead and touch the one thing that is different on the left side, and it'll be done on the left side only. So go ahead and take a second, pause, and we'll go ahead and move into that section. So now that you got both sides transferred over, we will go ahead and basically build the one difference here in this layer, and it's going to be over here on the left side. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go along our row of polished black stone, starting on the side closest to the front, and it's going to be this outer row like so. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and our 8th block, we're going to go ahead and place down a black stained glass pane to the side of it. We're going to go back from this pane, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 glass panes after that. So you have a total of 6, and that right there is basically all you need to do. Or actually, rather, sorry, a total of 7. So it's just going to be like that on the side of the ship, and again, only on the left side, so this is what it should look like from the top-down view with this layer complete. Anyways, though, with that all out of the way, we're going to go ahead and move into our next layer. Also, optionally, you can fill the inside in here of polished blackstone completely if you want to. For me, I like to kind of make my builds a little bit more solid, so I like to fill this kind of stuff in. But I'm not going to, bore you with that. You guys can obviously do that for yourself if you want to, but you don't have to. Anyways, though, let's go ahead and move on to layer number 4. Alright guys, so moving into our next layer here, we will have layer number 4. Now layer 4 here is going to mark the start of us doing each layer all together. We've kind of gone through our easy layers where everything is symmetrical for the most part. And we'll be now going ahead and moving into the sections that start to get really asymmetrical, so it's best to just go ahead and do it all together. So let's go ahead and get started with this. To go ahead and get started though, we want to go ahead and begin with by taking our stone blocks. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 stone blocks like so, with a light gray stainless pane coming off that first block like so. We then want to go ahead and place down an andesite wall coming off both sides of this stone block here. Then a light gray stainless pane coming off both sides of that stone block. After that, we're going to go ahead and go back from the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 stone blocks. Same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming off the last 2 stone blocks, we're going to place down 2 andesite walls and then 2 light gray stainless panes going forward. We're going to do the same thing over here. 2 andesite walls, 2 light gray stainless panes going forward. After we have that done, we're going to take our stone blocks. We're going to go ahead and go back a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32 stone blocks back, and it should end on top of this stone, or the polished black stone, upside down stair. Then we just want to go ahead and go on top of these glass panes here, and we're just going to place down a row of 7 of stone blocks across those 7 glass panes. Once you have that done, that is it for the left side, and we'll go ahead and work our way over to the right side. Right side here is going to be a little bit different. After this andesite wall here, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 of stone full blocks. We want to go ahead and then place down a stone slab, like so. A stone stair, then a second stone stair, a stone stair coming off this stair, like so, and then a stone slab. We're going to go ahead and take our stone blocks, go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stone blocks back, and then this is going to be followed up with a stone stair, and a second stair coming off like so. We're going to go and then go back 1, 2, 3 stone full blocks, a stone slab, and then a second stone slab, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stone blocks all the way to the end there, and on top of that polished black stone stair. With that all done, we're going to go and then go on the inside here. We're going to go and basically go behind these stone slabs and stairs, and we're just going to place down black concrete. just to kind of close the space off, just to kind of make them look like openings, but not really have them just look into a void of the ship. You can also use like some dark concrete or some dark gray concrete as well if you don't want too harsh of a shading there. But again, it's up to you guys and kind of what you want to do. But yeah, for us, we'll be using black concrete because I think it looks the best. So that's right there is it for the side of the ship, and then we're going to then go to the rear. We're just going to place down 3 stone blocks across to fill that space in there, and then a row of 5 of light gray stained glass panes across the back. With that all complete, that is going to wrap up everything we have there for this layer. And take a look at it from above as we should have from the top-down view. Again, you can fill the inside in here with stone if you want, so just to kind of close this in, make it a more solid build. You don't have to for this layer though, if you really don't want to, but again, I'll leave that up to you guys. Anyways though, that is going to wrap up layer 4, and with that, let's go ahead and move on to layer number 5. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we'll be going ahead and moving into layer number 5. For layer 5, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to begin with by going ahead and place down a stone block on top of this glass pane here. We're going to go then place down a second stone block and then a third one back like so. On both sides of this first block, we're going to place down a light gray stained glass pane and then a andesite wall back from that. We'll also go ahead and grab ourselves an item frame. We'll place down an item frame on the side here of this glass pane to both sides. And in that item frame, we're going to go ahead and then place down a crossbow like so for the anchor. Again, this will be done on both sides. With that all complete, we're going to go ahead and then place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stone full blocks back, and over here we're going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to go then place down a andesite wall, come off this last stone block, and then 2 glass panes forward. Same thing over here, andesite wall, and 2 glass panes forward from that. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves some stone brick walls. We're going to place down, or first rather, we're going to go ahead and grab stone blocks. We're going to place down 1 and 2 stone blocks, and 1 and 2 on both sides. Now, once we get to this point, things are going to get a little different. Over here on the right side is going to be 2 polished black stone walls, and over here on the left side, it'll be 2 item frames. In those item frames, we're going to go ahead and grab black beds, and if you're on Java, some birchwood signs. We're going to place down black beds in those item frames, facing upwards like so, and then birchwood signs over the side of the blocks as well. If you're on Java, you can place down the item frames and signs in the same block space. If you are not on Java, you will not be able to do this feature, so just place down the item frames and disregard the signs, again, if you're not on Java. At this point, though, we're going to go ahead and now focus our attention on the right side, and the right side only, as we go ahead and build the side of the ship up. So after we get to this section here, we're going to go ahead and grab stone brick walls, and we're going to place down 1 and 2 stone brick walls. We then want to go ahead and place down a stone slab, then a row of 3 of stone full blocks. After those 3 stone full blocks, we're going to go ahead and grab polished black stone buttons and place down a row of 3, then a stone slab, and we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a light gray shulker box. We're going to place down a shulker box here, then 1, 2, 3, and 4 stone blocks. We're going to go and then skip 2 spaces here. We're going to place down a stone stair and a second stone stair coming off of it like so. We're going to go then place down another light gray shulker box, another stone block. Again, in that on that stone block, we're going to place down a polished black stone button. Then we're going to place down another light gray shulker box, followed by 2 stone full blocks. Then we're going to go and grab our stone brick walls again. We're going to place down a stone brick wall, a stone block, stone brick wall, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stone full blocks, and then 2 stone stairs, like so, going toward the rear of the ship. And that right there is going to basically make your right side of the ship. What we'll do now is we'll take our black concrete, we're going to place it down behind these stone brick walls and this slab, and then anywhere we have stone slabs, or just these open spaces here, we're going to go ahead and place down black concrete, again to close those spaces off. Now, one thing to keep in mind also, and don't forget these 2 stairs here in the back, is that you can use whatever material you used for the bottom here. So whatever you used for these gaps, you can go ahead and again use in these gaps here, like that along the side. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and then focus our attention over here to the left side now. Left side, just like we did over there on the right side to begin with, we're going to place down 2 stone brick walls. However, after that, we're going to place down a stone top slab, then 2 stone full blocks. We then want to place down a stone slab, and then we're going to place down 2 stone stairs facing each other like so. Coming off the sides of these 3 stairs, we're going to place down item frames, and then in those item frames, we're going to place down iron bars. Now, we do want to go ahead and now grab ourselves gray carpet, and if you are on Java, we can place a gray carpet right here. If you're not on Java, you'll have to pick between the item frame or the carpet, whichever you prefer detail-wise to keep. The other one will have to go because you not have a carpet and item frame in the same block space. Anyways, though, after that's done, we're going to go ahead and then place down 1, 2, and 3 gray carpets back. We're going to follow this up with a stone upside down stair, and then a stone top slab directly after that stair like so, and then 1 stone full block. We're going to go then take our gray carpet and just fill this outside row in completely, and we can also go ahead and grab ourselves some gray wool, and we can place it down underneath these stone stairs here just to kind of keep that gray color a little bit more consistent for this deck right here. Now after that's done, we're going to go then take our stone blocks. We're going to go back 1, 2, and 3 more stone blocks. We're going to go and then place down a white bed here for like a boat. And then again, we can place down black concrete behind that, or whatever we've been using before. We're going to go then place down 2 stone blocks. Then we're going to place down a stone brick wall, another stone block, a stone brick wall, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stone blocks, followed by a stone brick wall, and then a stone block like that. We'll then go ahead and connect our black concrete to our stone block here, just place down a row of 2. And like we did before, we're just going to go and take our black concrete and just fill in the space here behind these walls, the slab, these slabs and stairs, and then obviously right here as well, we're just going to fill this all the way across, and just like that to go ahead and fill that in so we don't have any gaps into the interior of the ship. With that done, we're going to now focus our attention here to the stern. So for the stern here, we're going to go and place down a stone block here, and then a stone top slab coming off of that. We're going to go and grab ourselves some skeleton skulls. We're going to place down 1 and 2 skeleton skulls around the side, or on the side here of these 2 blocks. We'll then go ahead and grab ourselves a birchwood sign. We're going to place down a birchwood sign coming off this top slab, as well as around the other side here, so these 2 sides like that. Then we want to take our andesite walls. We're just going to place down a row of 3 of walls in the center here, so 1, 2, 3. And then over here on the right side, we're just going to go ahead and grab a iron trapdoor, place an iron trapdoor, and we're just going to wrap some birchwood signs around it, like so in that right corner. With that all done right there, that is going to wrap up everything we have there for layer number 5 of the build. Again, taking a look at it from above, this is what you should have for the top-down view, and everything like that. Again, you can fill the inside in here if you want. Again, not completely necessary, but I like to build my ship a little more solid, so filling it in is what I like to do there. Anyways, though, again, here's an overview of what it looks like with this layer complete. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving on to our next layer, which will be layer number 6. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 6. Layer 6 here is probably going to be one of our longer layers, as we do have a lot going on here. And the whole goal is to basically get our flight deck kind of set up for the next layer. So again, it's going to be one of our longer layers, and a lot of stuff we have to do, so just make sure you're paying close attention, and let's go ahead and get through it. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and place down a stone block here on the front, top of the stone block from the previous layer, and then a light gray stainless paint coming off that. We're going to then go back from the stone block, 1 more block. We're going to go ahead and place down a light gray stainless paint to both sides of the stone block, and then after that a andesite wall on both sides. After that's done, we're going to go and then place down a stone block on both ends, and then in that stone block we're going to place down, or on it I should say, we're going to place down a polished black stone button. We then want to place down a stone top slab, or rather, sorry, first a stone block on the left side, and then a stone top slab over here on the right side. We're going to place down a black concrete block on the inside here to fill in that, to keep that stone top slab covered up like so, and we'll also take some gray wool and we'll just fill in the front here, putting gray wool in that section there. Now, once we have that done, we're going to go ahead and basically kind of break off to our 2 separate sections. For our right side, we're going to place down a stone block after the stone top slab, and then we're going to place down 1 more stone block to the side here. We're going to go and go back from the stone block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36, and 37 stone blocks back in total. If you go ahead and double check the count here, it's going to be 38 blocks along the side. Now once that's done, we're going to go then place down a row of 38 of light gray stainless paints all the way along the side there of those stone full blocks. So it's going to run all the way along the side of the ship, just like this, and eventually it will bring us all the way back to this last one back there. And that right there is going to complete our right side. So pretty simple and straightforward stuff over there on the right side. Left side here is where we got a little bit more going on, a little bit more we got to pay attention to. To begin with, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 2 of stone top slabs coming off the stone full block. So 1, 2 out to the side there. After that, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone full block coming off the first top slab, and then a stone top slab to the side. We're going to go and then take our stone blocks, go back 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 stone full blocks back. Now we then want to go ahead and grab our top slabs, and our top slabs are going to basically run all the way along the stone. So we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. We're going to place down 2 more stone full blocks and then 2 more stone top slabs. We also, at this point in time, would probably want to grab some item frames and some white beds, as we will be using it quite a lot on the side here for the life rafts. This is going to be done with 2 item frames here on these last 2 stone top slabs we just placed. We're going to rotate the the beds in the item frames sideways. And again, if you're on Java, we'll go ahead and place down a birchwood signs on the side of those top slabs as well for that extra detail. We're going to go and then skip 2 spaces, and in our third top slab, we're going to place down an item frame and a second one like so. We'll put our item frames or our beds in our item frames like that, rotate them sideways, and we'll just cover them up with the signs like so. And that right there is going to basically start that front section. Our next section here, we're going to place down a stone top slab, the second one out to the side. We're going to go and then grab ourselves a light gray shulker box. We'll place down a light gray shulker box here, and then again a stone top slab coming off that. Once we have that done, we're going to place down a stone full block located here, stone top slab coming off that block. We're going to go then place down a stone top slab here, one more out to the side. Then we're going to place down 2 upside down stone stairs like so, and then 1 and 2 stone top slabs coming off those 2 stairs. After that's done, we're going to go then place down 1, 2, and 3 stone top slabs, 1, 2, and 3 coming off that. We're going to go and then take our stone blocks, or rather, first off, our stone upside down stair. We're going to place down a stone upside down stair here, stone top slab, and then a light gray shulker box after that top slab, as well as 1, 2, and 3 stone top slabs. Now, on those 3 stone top slabs we just placed, we're going to place down item frames. Again, we're going to do the same thing for our beds here. So we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 beds like so, and we're going to go and then place down our birchwood signs on the side there. And also, we want to go ahead and go to, after this item frame here, we're going to skip 2 spaces again. We're going to place down a row of 3 of item frames, and again, our white beds in those item frames rotated sideways. And don't forget your birchwood signs on the side there of the top slabs. With that done, we're going to go ahead and then continue on by placing down 2 stone full blocks here, and then a light gray shulker box. We're going to go and then place down 3 stone top slabs, coming out those 3 blocks. For this section here, we're going to place down again 2 stone full blocks over that bed, 2 stone top slabs, and on these 2 stone top slabs here, we're going to place down 2 item frames, white beds, and birchwood signs again, if applicable. Then we just want to place down our stone top full block, stone top slab, and then 1 more item frame with a bed and a birchwood sign. We're going to go then take our stone blocks. We're going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 stone blocks along the side here. And we're going to place down 10 stone top slabs coming off those blocks. On the last 4, we're going to place down item frames on the side here. White beds in those item frames rotated sideways. And you probably guessed it, birchwood signs here if you are able to place them. So just like that on the side there, and that will pretty much do a lot of your detailing there. We'll then take our black concrete, and behind any of the top slab stairs or anything like that, we're just going to go ahead and fill this in with black concrete to close those spaces off. So it should look like this here from the side. And yeah, got some nice detailing there. And that right there is pretty much the left side mostly complete. Now once we get to this point, we then want to go ahead and place down a gray carpet. That's going to go right here. And then after that gray carpet, we're going to place down a direct wall like so, and then another gray carpet like that. And we're going to leave this for right now. We're going to come back to that a little bit later, and I'll talk about that. We're going to go ahead and then place down 1, 2, 3 stone blocks across this space, and then 1 right here. So it basically looks like that. Kind of closes this area off. Now at this point, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some red glazed terracotta, and we're going to kind of build the center line here down the ship. So for this, we're going to go ahead and take our red glazed terracotta. We're going to go ahead and find our center block. So we have this row of 4 here. It's going to be this block right here. And we're going to place down our row of red terracotta, and we're just going to go and take this all the way to the front of the ship. So just go all the way to the front until you hit the black concrete block that we placed down in the beginning of the layer. So just like that. Once we have that all done there, we want to go ahead and then grab ourselves some yellow wool. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and find this light gray shulker box. So the one we have here, we're going to go ahead and go over to the opposite side, and in this space right here, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow carpet like that, or yellow wool is the one I'm looking for, and that'll go right there. Then for the rest of this, we can just fill this in with gray wool. Now it's not completely necessary to use gray wool. You can also use stone, as we will be using gray carpet on top of all of this, But for me, I like to go ahead and kind of just fill this in with gray wool, just because I think it makes a little bit more sense. There is a section here where we will have glass panes, so this section right here will need to be, as you can see on this ship here, will need to be this gray wool so that you cannot see the deck. As you can see, we have these glass panes here, and we can't place carpet, so we have to kind of improvise there. So that's what we have going on there. Make sure that just gets transferred over, and you keep that in mind. And then obviously we'll fill in this gap over here as well with our gray wool. So just like this, and we have pretty much that hole filled in, so there shouldn't be any empty spots within this layer. And we'll take a look at it from above here, and this is what it should look like from top-down view. Kind of starting to look a little bit more like a carrier. Also, for Java players, we can go ahead and do an extra addition on the back here of the ship. Now, this is going to be doing the failing system that comes off this andesite wall. Now, or sorry, I should say direct wall. What we're going to do is we're going to type in the command /give @p Minecraft :debug_stick. By pressing enter, we'll get this glowing stick. We're going to go ahead and go off this wall here with one block. We're going to place down a tripwire hook coming off that block, like so, toward the wall. We're going to go and then left click the tripwire hook until we get selected facing. We'll then right click it and rotate it around to actually come off the side there of the wall. And again, that will form our failing system located on the side here of the ship. And that's going to be only a Java feature to be able to use that tool to rotate that tripwire hook and place it down and come off the wall. Unfortunately, there isn't really any good alternatives for console or Bedrock based versions. So unfortunately, it's kind of just the best we have here, which is the tools available in Minecraft. But that right there is going to kind of complete that failing system there on the left-hand corner. With that, though, that is going to wrap up everything there is for this layer. Again, here's an aerial overview for what we have, and just make sure both sides are good to go and correct. With that, though, we're going to go ahead and move into our next layer, which will be layer number 7. Alright guys, so moving into our next layer, we have layer 7. Layer 7 here is going to probably be one of our last long layers, as we have quite a bit going on here still. We have all the flight deck markings and stuff like that to do. Then from there on out, it's just working on the superstructure, and we're pretty much done. So getting close to finishing off the build, but we still have this one kind of big layer to conquer. To start with, though, we're going to place down a direct wall on top of this stone block here. We're going to go and then build off a space from it, and we're going to place down a tripwire hook coming off of it. And again, our debug stick or Java players, we can go ahead and use that technique. If not, we'll just have the direct wall right here. We're going to go ahead and then place down a gray carpet back from this, then a row 3 of gray carpet. After we have that all done, we're going to go ahead and grab our stone brick blocks, and we're going to go ahead and set up our ramp here. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4 stone brick blocks, and it's going to be centered off to the left there. We're going to go ahead and then place down some birchwood signs on the sides of these 2 blocks here, and also the side of the block like that. Next, for Java players, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of pistons. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're not on Java, unfortunately, there isn't really any good alternative. You could use end portal frames for the same kind of slope we're going for here, but the color will not match. So polished blackstone stairs might be your best bet in this situation. Unfortunately, there just really isn't a good option for a replacement for what we're going to do here with these pistons. But yeah, again, Java will use pistons. Bedrock, you can use the polished blackstone stairs. On the side of this piston here, we're going to place down a birchwood sign. So it's going to go just like that on the left side there of those pistons, like so. Once we have that all done, we're going to go ahead and take our gray carpet. We're just going to place down 1, 2, like this, and just kind of extend our carpet there. Now, we're going to go and then grab ourselves some polished blackstone slabs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 polished blackstone slabs across this section here. We'll go ahead and then grab daylight detectors, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 daylight detectors, and return these daylight detectors all to the night mode. We'll then grab ourselves some iron trapdoors. We're going to place down an iron trapdoor, then a dark oak wood trapdoor, and then 2 iron trapdoors after that. Once we have that done, we can go ahead and then go to our pistons here. Using our debug stick, we'll go ahead and left click them until we get select extended, should say false. We'll then right click them and get rid of that wood portion, and it really helps with the front slope there for that, that ramp there. With that all done, though, we're going to go ahead and kind of move into a lot of our deck markings here. So to get started with, we're going to go ahead and grab our black carpet, and we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is going to be coming off that dark oak wood trapdoor, by the way. So on the ski ramp here, like that going back. So we have 7 so far. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32. So it goes all the way back to this last stone block here. Then we double check my count, and it's going to be 32. We then want to take our gray carpet, We're going to place down 1 and 2 gray carpet, a white carpet, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gray carpet, white carpet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gray carpet, then white carpet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gray carpet, then a white carpet, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 this time. So 6, and then we have our white carpet, then 1, 2, white carpet, and then 1 on the very end there, like so. Our next row here, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves our white carpet again, and or rather our gray carpet to begin with. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gray carpet. Then we want to place down 2 yellow carpet, like so. Then 1, 2, 3 back, and another yellow carpet over like that. We're going to go ahead and take our gray carpet and continue back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then we're going to place down a yellow carpet like so, 1 over, and then we're going to go and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 forward for yellow, so like that. And then we're going to place down our 3 gray carpets in the center there. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and go back 1, 2, 3, 4 gray carpet, then 1, 2 white carpet, a gray carpet, and then a white carpet on the end here. This white carpet will then go 1, 2, 3 over, so you have a total of 4 across the end there. After that's all done, we're going to go and then take our white carpet, and we're going to go ahead and go off this white carpet here. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 forward. And then along the sides here, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And same thing on the outside here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it's also going to be 1 more white carpet out to the side there, like so. So it should look like this on the back here. And again, here's an overview of what we should have so far for the deck. After that's done, we're going to then go back up to the front here. We're going to place down a white carpet here, and then a gray carpet. We're going to go ahead and go back from that white carpet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 white carpets back. On the right side here, so on these glass panes, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gray carpets. And then right here, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 gray carpets this time. So it should be just like that. After that's done, we want to go ahead and grab ourselves some virtual buttons. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all on those red terracotta blocks. And after we have that done, that's pretty much it for our deck markings. Again, here is an overview of what it should look like. Actually, one quick thing we're going to adjust here is on the second white carpet, these gray carpets are actually going to be replaced with white carpet. So it should look like that. Again, here's an overview of what it should look like so far with our deck markings complete. At this point in time, though, we're going to go ahead and now move into all of our superstructure that we have to build. So we're going to start off by going ahead and going to this, after this white carpet here, we're going to place down a andesite wall. Then a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19 stone blocks back. All along this row, we're going to go ahead and place down light gray stained glass panes, just like this, on the inside here toward the middle of the flight deck. Then on the other side here, we're going to get started with the work that we have to do over here on the outside. So for this, a lot of detail work. We're going to start off by going ahead and placing down an anvil here, then a stone brick top slab. We're going to go ahead and then skip a space, place down an iron trap door, and another stone brick top slab. We're going to go and then skip a space here, and then we're going to place down 3 skeleton skulls along the side there. We're going to go and skip another space. We're going to go and grab ourselves some quartz slabs. We're going to place down 2 quartz top slabs here, like that. And our skeleton skull, and then our andesite walls, we'll place down 2. 1, 2. Then another skeleton skull, another 2 quartz top slabs, and then we're going to go ahead and place down. So real quick, I just realized I made a mistake here. Instead of these 2 andesite walls, it's actually going to be 3. So we're going to basically break those skeleton skulls and quartz slabs. So we have 3 andesite walls. Then we have our skeleton skull, and then we have our 2 quartz top slabs. Then lastly, we're just going to place down 2 light gray stainless panes on the very end there, like so. And once you have that all complete there, that is going to wrap up everything we have there for layer number 7 for the build. Again, we'll take a look at it from the top-down view. This we should have for this layer all complete. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our next layer, which will be layer number 8. Moving into our next layer, we have layer 8 For layer 8 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down gray carpet on top of these stone brick full blocks like that for our ski jump there. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and basically focus the rest of our attention here to our superstructure. For this, we're going to start off by going ahead and grabbing a white concrete block. We're going to place it down on top of the stone block here. We're going to go then skip a space, and then we're going to place down a stone full block in this section here. Now, coming off that stone full block, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves an item frame. We're going to place down an item frame like so, and in that item frame, we want to go ahead and place down a black concrete block like so. And again, for Java players, we'll place a birchwood sign on the side there of that block, so it's going to look like that. Then to the sides of that stone block, we're going to place down an andesite wall. That'll be on both sides there like so. Also, for our crane here, we're going to go ahead and place down a skeleton skull on top of this anvil here. We're going to place down a lever on top of the stone brick top slab pointing back toward it. And then we're just going to place down an area stone brick slab right here. And then an iron trapdoor on top of that one there for our crane. With that complete, we're going to go ahead and then take our stone blocks. We're going to go back from the middle one here. 1, 2, and 3 more blocks. Skeletons go on both sides of the second block. After that, we want to go ahead and then place down a gray carpet here. Followed by 1, 2, 3 stone blocks. And then 1, 2, 3 like gray stainless panes. Same thing. Or rather, not the same thing on this side. On the other side here, we are going to go ahead and place down 2 levers on top of those quartz top slabs, like so. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a gray carpet, a stone block, gray carpet, and then 1, 2, 3 stone full blocks. This is going to have 1, 2, 3 glass panes on the left side here. Then over on the right side, it's going to be a lever on this block right here. We then want to place down a stone top slab located here, and then after that stone top slab, we're going to place down an andesite wall to both sides. Going back from that, we're going to go ahead and place down a white concrete block here, and then lastly, we'll place down an end rod on top of this stone block there. And once you have that done, that's pretty much it for that for this layer. Pretty simple and straightforward stuff there. We don't really have too much going on. It's a pretty basic superstructure. With that though, that is going to complete layer 8, and at this point in time we'll just go ahead and move on up to our final layers here for the build and just complete everything that we have left to do. So with that, let's go ahead and move on to our last final layers. Alright guys, so moving into our final layers here, we have a pretty simple couple layers left, and it's going to be layers 9 through 15. To go ahead and get started with though, the build, we want to go ahead and begin with by placing down a stone block on top of this one. We're going to go then place down an item frame, and in that item frame we want to go ahead and place down a black bed. Like so, that's going to be rotated on its side with a birchwood sign again on the side of the stone block if you're able to. We're going to go then place down a skeleton skull to both sides of that stone block, a stone block directly behind that one, and we're going to go then place down a stone upside down stair to both sides, like so. Coming off that, we're going to place down an item frame. In that item frame, we're going to place down a black bed so that the pillow is rotated to face toward the rear of the ship. So again, same thing over here, pillows facing toward the rear. And then a birchwood sign there on the side. After that, we're going to go ahead and then place down a light gray stainless pane located right here, and then an andesite wall. We're going to go ahead and go up from the andesite wall with one more block, and we're going to go ahead and grab our polished black stone. We're going to place down a polished black stone wall on top there, and then we'll grab a polished black stone stair. We'll place down an upside down stair here on top, so just like that. And then coming off the side there of the stair, we're going to place down a dark oak fence gate to both sides, as well as a fence gate coming off the front of the stair, opened up toward it. We'll grab our end rods, so we'll use before here. We're going to place down an end rod coming off these fence gates to the sides there. Then after we have that all done there, we want to go ahead and then place down an end rod on top of this glass pane here, and then a skeleton skull on top of that end rod. We're also going to place down a stone block on top of this one here. We're going to place down an iron trapdoor to both sides of the stone full block with a skeleton skull on top of those iron trapdoors. And then in the very center here, we're going to place down a polished black stone wall. After that wall, we're going to go ahead and place down our iron bars to the sides here. So you have a row of 3. And then we just want to go ahead and grab our gray carpet, and we're just going to place it on top of this stone full block like that for the top of the tower there. Now with that done, we're going to go ahead and place down a end rod on top of this stair here. Then we want to place down a nether brick fence post going up and a skeleton skull on the very top there of the mass. That right there is going to kind of finish off the front mass. And one thing we can also go ahead and do for the time being is we can take our barrier blocks, and along the walls here we're going to place down 2 barrier blocks, another 2, and then 1. And we'll just go ahead and do the same thing over here, just like that. Now, once you have that done, we're going to go ahead and also place down a lever here, coming off this stone block to both sides. But we're going to go ahead and place down a stone button here. Then we're going to place down 2 stone buttons to these outside blocks. So, might be handy to kind of keep your barrier block with you. But just like that, and also a button here on the sides of these ones on the bottom here. And then buttons are wrapped around these sides, like so. So it's going to kind of do our rigging there for our mast. If we go ahead and kind of get rid of our barrier block, so we don't have to see it, you can see here that we have basically this here for those, yeah, for the rigging there. Looks pretty good. Continuing on though, we're going to go ahead and take our stone blocks. We're going to place down another row of 3 with stone blocks going up. After we have that done, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 black concrete blocks and then 2 wither skeleton skulls on top of said blocks. Also followed up with a piston here, which we'll use our debug stick in for Java players to go ahead and get rid of that top portion. So just like we did there for the front, go ahead and do the same thing back here. We're also going to take our light gray stained glass panes. We're going to place down a row of 3 across this section here. Or rather, actually, sorry, we're going to leave that as is. So we're not going to touch that. We're just going to leave it like that. After that's done, though, we're going to go ahead and take our stone blocks. We're going to place down a stone block here on top of this one. Then we're going to go ahead and place down our black concrete. So we have 1, 2... black concrete going up. We're going to go ahead and place down a wither skeleton skull on both sides of this first block right there. Then we want to go ahead and place down a polished black stone wall. So on top here, a dark oak wood fence gate coming off that wall toward the front, and we're going to open it toward the wall. Then we just want to place down a narrow brick fence post that goes up like so, and then a polished black stone slab. On the very top here, going to the sides now, we're going to go ahead and place down a end rod on both sides of the slab, as well as a fence gate of dark oak wood coming off both sides of that wall there, with a end rod coming off the side there of the fence gates as well. We're going to do the same thing we did up in the front here with our barrier blocks. So we're going to place down 1, 2, then just 1 coming off this wither skeleton skull, and then 1 right here, and same thing will be done over here. So it should look like that there for your barrier blocks. We'll also place down a lever here on the bottom of the stone block on both sides, and we'll just take our stone buttons and place them. So we have our 1, 2, then we have our 1, and then we have the 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. So just like that on the sides there to go ahead and make that that rigging there. Also, going between the slab here and the skull, we're just going to place down a row of barrier blocks. It's going to go all the way across there, like so, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 stone buttons on top there. And just pick a side, either side of these last 2 barrier blocks. And we're going to place down 2 stone buttons on the side there, like that for our rigging. So pretty simple stuff there for that. Now continue on to the back. We're going to go ahead and place down another row of 3 of stone full blocks. We're going to place down 2 polished black stone slabs on top of the first 2 blocks, like so. And then we're going to go ahead and place down a daylight detector on the last one, turn that to night mode. On this middle block here, we're going to place down a lever to both sides. And going up from that lever, we're going to place down a column of 3 iron bars going up, so just like that. After that's done, we're going to go and place down a white concrete block on top of those 2 andesite walls. In the center there, we're going to go and place down a row of end rods, so 1, 2 going up. And then lastly, we just want to go ahead and grab a skeleton skull, and we're going to go ahead and place down a skeleton skull on top of this end rod here on the very end. So just like that. And once we have that all complete there, that is going to wrap up everything that we have for layers 9 through 15, and with that, that is going to complete my tutorial here for HMS Ark Royal Invincible-Class aircraft carrier. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this build and are able to put it to good use. If you do end up using this design, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This will be linked from a side of the build tweet to my channel or this video if this does appear on your social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for it, you're free to use it for a project you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build, have fun with it, and all that fun stuff. With that, again, the big special thanks to Patreon support Derek Frost Westbrook for making this tutorial possible. And as always, feel free to check out my Patreon page. Link is always in my video descriptions. With that, though, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett 2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.